Homework is something that is given to the students for practice. If we do our homework sincerely, it will definitely help us in scoring good grades. Here is a chapter from Class 6 English, Who Did Patrick's Homework, written by Carol Moore. So in today's video, we are going to see complete explanation of this chapter. Hello everyone, you are watching the tutor. If you haven't subscribed the channel yet, make sure to subscribe it. Okay, now let's move on to the chapter. Who did Patrick's homework? Patrick never did homework. Too boring, he said. He played hockey and basketball and Nintendo instead. His teachers told him, Patrick, do your homework or you won't learn a thing. And it's true, sometimes he did feel like an ignoramus. But what could he do? He hated homework. Okay. See, this is a story of a boy whose name is Patrick. He is a school going boy who is not interested in studies. He only likes to play all the time. He likes to play games like hockey, basketball, and Nintendo. Okay. So he hardly spends time in doing homework. Also, his teacher tells him that you have to focus on your studies or else you will not learn anything. But he feel like an ignoramus. Ignoramus means an ignorant person who lacks education. Okay, who lacks education, who is not interested in studies. But what could he do? He hated homework. Okay, so he was not interested and he hated to do homework. सो दिस बॉय पेट्रिक ये एक स्कूल गोइंग बॉय है और ये अपना होमवर्क करने में बिल्कुल भी इंटरेस्ट नहीं रखता था. इसे सिर्फ गेम्स खेलना पसंद थे जैसे बास्केटबॉल, निंटेंडो और हॉकी. ये सारे गेम्स वो खेलना पसंद करता था, लेकिन उसे पढ़ाई और होमवर्क बिल्कुल भी अच्छी नहीं लगती थी. Then one day he found his cat playing with a little doll and he grabbed it away. To his surprise, it wasn't at all but a man of tiniest size. He had a little old shirt with old-fashioned breeches and a high tall hat much like a witch. He yelled, "Save me! Don't give me back to that cat. I'll grant you a wish. I promise you that." Okay. So now this Patrick, uh, he was not interested in doing homework. His teachers used to say him to write homework, to study well, but this boy he did not pay any attention to teachers' work. Okay, teacher's word. Then what happened? One day he found his cat. He had a cat. He found his cat playing with a little doll and he grabbed it away. So he took that doll to see what type of doll my cat is playing with. To his surprise, it was not a doll, but a man of tiniest size. You can see here a tiny man. So cat was playing with this tiny man. When Patrick came near and saw what type of doll it is, he was shocked to see that it is not a doll, but it is a tiny man. He had a little wool shirt. Now he is describing about the dress of this tiny man. He was wearing a little wool shirt and old-fashioned breeches and a high tall hat, much like a witch. You can see he is wearing a hat like witch. Okay, so this tiny man he was running from the cat. He came to this tiny man. He came to the Patrick and said, "Save me! If not, this cat will eat me." So this tiny man is asking help to Patrick. Okay, then Patrick couldn't believe how lucky he was. Here was the answer to all his problems. So he said, "Only if you do all my homework till the end of the semester, that's 35 days, if you do a good enough job, I could even get A grade." Now this Patrick, what he thought that this tiny man, he needs my help. So why not to help him, but in return I will take help from this tiny man. What type of help he is asking? He is saying to this tiny man that you have to do all my homeworks. Okay, all my homework you have to do, then only I will save you from my cat. Means 35 days are still remaining for his semester exam and his homework is pending. So he want to complete his homework in these 35 days so that he could get good marks in his exam. Then next, the little man's face wrinkled like a dishcloth thrown in the hamper. Now this tiny man, he got angry. Actually, he was not happy with Patrick's order. Okay, this tiny man, he asked help to help him, but in return, what Patrick did, he said the tiny man that if you do my homework, if you help me till my semester, then only I will help you. So these words this tiny man did not like. His face turned wrinkled, like a dishcloth thrown in the hamper. He kicked his legs and doubled his fist, and he grimaced and scowled and pursed his lips. Now these are the expression that tiny man was making. He was not happy, so he was frowning at Patrick. Frowning means raising his eyebrows. He was raising his eyebrows out of anger. He was not happy that Patrick is giving me so much of work. Okay. Oh, am I cursed? But I'll do it. But this tiny man, he accepted the order of Patrick because he wanted to escape from the cat. So he said, "Okay, I will do whatever you will say to do me. I will do, but please help me save my life." Then, and true to his word, that little elf began to do Patrick's homework. Except there was one glitch. The elf didn't always know what to do, and he needed help. Help me, he'd say, and Patrick would have to help in whatever way. Okay, so now the tiny man, he agreed to help Patrick in doing his homework. Now, what is the name of this tiny man? He is an elf. Who is elf? Elf is a tiny creature. Elf is a tiny creature who is not like a human. Okay, they are not like human. They are very tiny creature and they have some magical powers with them, and they have sharp pointed ears. Okay, they mostly are seen in cartoons. If you see cartoons, you will see elf. Okay, you will see elf in cartoons. So this elf, you can say that he is from cartoon. Okay, he is having some magical powers and his ears are pointed. He is not like a human. Now, Elf started doing Patrick's homework. But this elf, he was not a human, so he did not know how to do homework. He did not know the subjects like mathematics. Okay, so he was finding problem. Glitch means problem. He was finding problem in doing the homework. The elf didn't always know what to do and he needed help. Because elf did not go to school, he did not know how to do homework. So every time he said Patrick to help him in doing homework, he was taking help of Patrick, okay, in doing homework. And Patrick also had to help him. If not, how will this elf do the homework? So Patrick used to help him in whatever way he could. I don't know this word. The elf squeaked while reading pet. Squeak means a type of cry, you can say. Type of cry. When you are stuck in some difficulty, you squeak. Okay, you cry a little bit. So that is squeak. So Elf here, he was crying because he did not know how to do homework. He said, "Get me a dictionary." No, what's even better, look up the word and sound it out by each letter. Now Elf was finding difficult to do the homework, so he asked Patrick to get me a dictionary, because in dictionary you can find the meanings of difficult words. Dictionary is a book, small book in which you can get all the meaning of difficult words. So this elf, because he was finding difficult, so he asked for dictionary. Then, when it came to mathematics, that is maths, Patrick was out of luck. What are timetables? The elf shrieked. Shrieked also means to cry. We elves never need that. See, other subject like English, social, science, anyhow, elf managed to do okay, little bit. But when it came to maths, he did not know a letter of maths. He did not know addition. He did not know subtraction. He did not know fractions. Anything he was unaware of this subject. What he said, we elves never need that. Elves is the plural of elf. Plural of elf. If it is one, it is elf. But if it is more, then we say elves. And addition and subtraction, division and fraction. Here, sit down beside me. You simply must guide me. Elves know nothing of human history. To them, it's a mystery. So the little elf, already a shouter, just got louder. Go to the library. I need books. More and more books, and you can help me read them too. Okay, now Elf is saying that I don't know mathematics, I don't know addition, I don't know subtraction, division, fractions, these things I don't know. I'm hearing for the first time. So you have to guide me. We elves don't know anything about human history. Now he's saying that I don't know maths and also I don't know history also I don't know. It's a mystery. What is mystery? Mystery means challenging or difficult, you can say, difficult to find solution. So he was saying that I don't know history, and uh, I also don't know maths. These two subjects I don't know. So the little elf, already a shouter, so before only he was shouting too much to Patrick that get me a dictionary, get me more books, I'm not getting what is written here. Slowly and steadily his angerness increased. Okay, now what he's saying, go to the library, I need books, more and more books, and you can help me read them too. Now he is involving Patrick in doing homework. Okay, he is involving Patrick also. The elf alone is not doing all the homework, he is taking the help of Patrick also. As a matter of fact, every day in every way, that little elf was a nag. Nag means a person who irritates. Nag means a person who irritates by asking many questions. Patrick was working harder than ever, and was it a drag? He was staying up nights. Staying up nights means whole night he used to study. Whole nights he used to study and do his homework. Had never felt so weary. Weary means very tired. Weary means very tired. Was going to school with his eyes puffed and blurry. Puffed. Puffed means, see, when you don't sleep at night, your eyes becomes puffed and blurry. Blurry means it looks very uncomfortable. So his eyes became uncomfortable and it was too dull because he did not sleep at night. He was busy doing his homework. And who made to do him homework? Elf. Elf made him to do homework. Okay, then finally the last day of school arrived and the elf was free to go. As for homework, there was no more, so he quietly and slyly slipped out the back door. Slyly means secretly, chup chap. Okay, so finally the last day of the school came, and now elf was free to go home because the semester was over, the exam was over, and homework was completed. So now elf thought, now it's my time, I have to run from here, if not Patrick will not leave me. So he slipped out of the back door. From the back door of the house he went. Patrick got his A grade. His classmates were amazed, his teachers smiled and were full of praise. And his parents, they wondered what had happened to Patrick. He was now the model kid, cleaned his room, did his chores, was cheerful, never rude, like he had developed a whole new attitude. Okay, now the elf, he has gone from his house, and in result, when the result was out, Patrick scored A grade. Now he did top in his class, so his classmate, his teachers and parents all were happy and surprised that how did Patrick scored such a good marks, because he was a very dull boy. He was not interested in studies, he did not do his homework on time. What suddenly happened to Patrick that he is doing all good activities, he is studying and he is on time, he is doing his homework regularly, and he also scored good marks. So, what is the reason behind? How could he change so much in such a short time? Now he became a model kid. Model kid means now he is inspiring other students. Okay, now other students are being inspired by him. Now he's doing his all the work perfectly, he's cleaning his room and he's not rude with others. So you can say he got little bit maturity, so his attitude was changed, his personality was changed, he got good manners in him, so now he was a good boy. You see, in the end, Patrick still thought he had made that tiny man do all his homework, but I'll share a secret just between you and me. It wasn't the elf, Patrick had done it himself. Okay. So now in this last paragraph, what we come to know that Patrick is still thinking that Elf has done my homework. But in reality, the fact is Patrick himself has done his homework. Elf did not help him. Yeah, he was helping him to sit with him. He used to make him waked whole night, and he was engaging Patrick to study. He was helping him to study, but all the homework who did? Patrick himself did all the homework, because Elf was not a human being, so he did not have knowledge of mathematics, history. It was a new subject for him. So Patrick himself had to take the help of dictionary. He had to take the help of many other books. He bought books from the library and he studied hard, and he completed his homework and he became a good boy. And this chapter is written by Carol Moore. So I hope you have understood this chapter. It's a good chapter. You can relate this with your own life. If you are also not interested in studying or in doing your homework, you have to work hard, because unless and until you work hard, you cannot achieve anything in life. Nothing is possible. Maybe subjects are difficult, you may find subjects like maths, history difficult, but if you give some time and study and work hard, you can score good marks like Patrick. Here Patrick is playing a good example of how to become a good student. If you are a dull student, with your hard work, you can score good marks like Patrick. Okay, I hope you have understood the chapter. In the next video, I'll be bringing the question answers, objectives, whatever exercises are there, I will do in the next video. Till then, read the chapter and practice the hard words. Okay, then practice it, and if you have any doubt, you can ask in the comment box.